Howdy folks, welcome back to Phenomenal Arc. Today we're doing Lake 25 of our 50 States series. It is Mississippi. We're going to visit three lakes, not three states. We're going to visit three lakes today: Sardis Lake, Enid Lake, and Grenada Lake. And I chose this because Enid is a song from Bare Naked Ladies' first album, Gordon. And they came up with that song because it's dine backwards. And they noticed that their waitress was Enid, and they're at a diner. And they're like, let's write a song about it. It's a clever song, you should check it out. Enid by Bare Naked Ladies. So I saw that lake in Mississippi. I'm like, I have to fly over it, even though the lake has nothing to do with the song. But you don't see Enid too often. And I'm zooming around and out because not a whole lot of scenery at the airport. So we're just going to zoom out here while we do an introduction. Anyway, we are going to take off then from Eagles Ridge Airport in Hernando, Mississippi, which on SkyVector is Mike Sierra 9er. In the simulator, it is not that runway at all. It's like one Mike Sierra 6 or something in the sim. Probably because my nav data is like a decade old. I should probably pay at least 1 month of NavGraph to update that, shouldn't I? Maybe someday. Anyway, it's called Eagles Ridge Airport, regardless of the call sign, Eagles Ridge Airport. And we're going to fly over Sardis Lake, over Enid Lake, over Grenada Lake, to your Europa Airport in Europa, Mississippi. That is 06 Mike, about 116 nautical miles or so. And you might be asking, you can't see the aircraft yet. What aircraft is it? And if I zoom in really fast, it is the default Beechcraft King Air C90B. And I thought, you know what, let's give some default aircraft some love. Let's give some default aircraft some attention. We do the default Cessna all the time, and we do the Airlight all the time, but we don't do the other ones. So we're going to do a few that I can figure out how to fly without tutorials and things. So why not do a Beechcraft King Air C90B, since we do the B1900 a lot. It's quite similar. So what I did is I took the documentation for X-Plane, had a checklist for this aircraft, and I modified it to be closer in line with the B1900, because it, the checklist in the X-Plane documentation is just to get you going. But I want to flip all the switches we can. So I dug out my 1900 checklist, compared it to the checklist from X-Plane, and then I put my own spin on it for recording and things like that. And I have a checklist. If you want to jot this down for your own cold and dark, go ahead. I haven't gone through it yet, though. I just proofread it, and we'll see if I have to make any changes. But if you want to take notes, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm looking at this thing. I don't really like this livery. I went all over the org forum looking for liveries for the default C90, and I couldn't find a single one. Now, I admit I have a hard time searching the X-Plane forums anyway for liveries and scenery and stuff. So there's probably thousands. At least I assume there would be at least hundreds. I just couldn't find them. So I'll have to figure out how to do that. But I wanted to do a different livery, but we're just stuck in default. So that's what we're going to do. But first thing we're going to do, let's see, is we're going to hop inside. I think we're going to get some stuff going here so people can start boarding. So we're going to turn on external power. And we're going to turn on the interior lights as needed, which I think I don't really need to. Can I just do this faster? No, it is such a slow dial. I'm just going to turn these on. I don't really need them, I don't think. I just like to move stuff around and make use of it. Again, these default aircraft, especially the Cessna and especially this one, are not too bad. I mean, you get them with the sim. And a lot of the stuff is simulated. And I'm just doing this to show you that you can. Really have no need to. Let's turn on the wipers. Oh my gosh, come on, click wheel. Wipers work. Nice. Park them. Oh, park doesn't work though, so they just go off. Okay. Alrighty, that is on, that is on. We need to turn on the tail flood. That's not up here. Where's the tail flood? Must be down here. Has to be down here. Lights. Here you go, tail flood. Jeez. They're about to start, so we're going to turn those things on too. Close the doors now. If you look, there's a little button. Ding dong. That opens it too. Alright, let's see. Power levels and such. I thought I had a preset for that. I don't know, somewhere. And let's reset all that because it gets goofy with my yoke. There we go. Alright, props forward. Fuel on the cutoff. And then we'll do fuel and weight. So let's pull up our menu. And where are we at? 2.5 hours. I sure hope this take us 2.5 hours, but let's do 2 hours anyway. Better not. World weather's turned off. Whenever I fly a plane for the first time, I like to have winds and everything turned off. That way I can see what the airplane is versus my terrible flying. So we have wind off, at least for this first time with this aircraft. We've never flown this before, by the way. I've never... All I did was just start it up with my checklist when I proofread it. I've not done anything with this airplane. So you are in it like I'm in it. Parking brake is somewhere around here. Must be between the seats. I don't know. Hopefully the parking brake is on. I don't know where it is. There it is, in the far left corner. Alright, we got it. Battery. Over here. And of course my instinct is to immediately go to the 1900D cockpit, which is similar but not quite. So they'll do inverter number 1. Beacons and strobe, I guess I already did that. Fuel switches. Boost pumps on. I have to find these. I think they're right in this area somewhere. No, they're over here. This is the fuel switches. Okay, so that's similar but different to the 1900. Everything else is on auto. We're not going to touch anything else. We're just going to turn the boost pumps on. Okay. Right engine auto igniter. Whoa. Let's get my preset back. There we go. Arm. Right. Yes. Right. Switch on. Hold. Where are you? There we go. And when do we give it fuel? I don't have any indication of when we turn the conditioners on. So let's turn the conditioners on now. There we go. I gotta check my checklist. Alright, that's a 71, so I think we can turn the generator on now. It says right here, right? Where's the click spot? There it is. Alrighty, repeat for left engine, auto, turn it on, and it's gonna spin up quickly because we already have the conditioner forward. Alright, we're at 71, so again, generator on. Auto igniters come off. Sync gyros, which doesn't matter this aircraft because they're not simulated, I guess. Gyro drift. External power can come off. Let's make sure everything still works. Seems like it. Avionics can come on. EFSIS power, I think, is down here. Right there. What's that middle thing? Okay. Generator ties closed, I believe, back up here somewhere. Somewhere, there it is. Oh. It's already on close. Okay, I better make a note of that so I don't flip that switch again. Alright, rudder boost between the seats. Cabin climate, that's over here just like the 1900, I believe. What's this? Bar. What's that? Are those like bar lights? Let's hop back here and look. Are there lights like in the bar or something? Is that what that means? You would think, right? Bar lights. I don't know. Bright? Do those work? I don't know if they do or not. Well, come here. Alright, well. Let's keep it on dim anyway. No smoking and fasten seatbelt. Yes. Does that do anything? No, but it's on, so I should probably add that to my checklist too. Alright, let's keep these on anyway. Why not? Just turn them on. There you go. Okay. Now we're doing cabin climate. So let's do manual temp, vent blower, high, bleeder valves, electric heat, ground. Let's not touch that. Increase, sure. Auto. Then we'll go to auto. Yes, it does. It just goes around the other way. Okay. There we go. I think that's good enough for now. I can do both yokes. Yeah, let's keep that out a second. Alright, so that's our cabin climate. First time doing that. GPS and radios. Let's see here. I don't remember that plan. It's been a long time since I've flown. I know my videos are only 4 days apart for you, but I'll record a bunch sometimes and then not record for a couple months. Just depends. So it's been a while, so I have no idea where we are and what we did. Let's do mouse wheel. No, delete flight plan. Okay. What's my flight plan? We kind of have a flight plan because is it inside one? Yep. Because we're going to use a GPS to get there in a certain way to cover the lakes, but then we're going to have a visual landing because there's no instrument approach. But we're going to start here. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to write this out and then I'll show you what we're going to do. Alright, so here it says we're at 08. Mike's saying I don't know why I think there's somewhere else. But regardless, we're going to go direct to VOS fee, which is that button, sorry. And then we're going to go to Tongue, and then 33 Mike, and then Kilo Golf, November, Foxtrot. I almost said Ninja Foxtrot. That's the airport. And then we're going to go to 06 Mike, which is Europa. So that's our flight plan. We're going to go direct to there, like I said. And it's going to give us a little picture. No, because it's south and too far away. Okay, so anyway, we'll just zoom it in. I'd like to go like that for now. We'll calculate VNAV later. And we're not going to use the bottom GPS. I guess we could for something, but I'm not going to. So that's our flight plan. No radios or anything. Because on the GPS, let's switch that to while we're at it, because we're probably going to use autopilot in flight plan, or if we can sight see. Alrighty, altimeter barometer doesn't matter because we don't have weather turned on, so we'll do 29 or 9 or 2. And we're going to test. We're going to test the warning lights. Where's the test for this? Now, in case you're wondering why I'm stumbling over my own checklist, I did this checklist like 2 months ago. I wrote it all up. I was all excited, and I haven't used this since. So I apologize that I'm stumbling. Now, I could do a practice flight, not record it, and then do another flight. But, like you all know, part of this channel is to learn together. So that's the style, and that's what we're going to do. There's a sensor test there. I gotta look for my light test thing. I think I found it. Is it this button right here? It is. I found it. Alright, there we go. Cabin pressure now. Bleed air is already on. This is the same story as the 1900. You go 1,000 above. Let's fly. I think we can fly at 16,000, 17,000. How long is it? 116 nautical miles. Let's do 15,000. So we'll set that to 16. And then our rate, wow, that thing moves slowly. Anyway, the point of that is when you come up here, so make sure your needles stay in the green, just like the 1900. Auto feather to arm, I think I know where that is. Somewhere down here. There it is. Auto feather to arm, anti-ice, normal. We don't really need it now. I just like to do it because we can. Pitot heat, install warning. Prop sync, that's in the same spot. Ignition igniters off. Why is that on my list twice? Ignition igniters? No, ignition switches. Auto igniters off, and now ignition off. There we go. We don't do that in the 1900. Alright, autopilot. Where's my autopilot thing? I thought that was my autopilot thing. I guess it isn't. Oh, that's my DME. Where's my autopilot thing? I know we have, there it is. I know we have one. Man, this is clumsy. Again, I apologize, but I've never done this before, so we're just going to roll with it. Oh boy, quit scroll wheeling on me here. What I say we're going to do 15,000. Push it. How to bring your hundreds down. There we go. Works for me. Set up autopilot? No, not yet. Well, in the 1900 we do. I'm not going to touch that till I'm ready because I don't want to screw up and have us do something strange. Alrighty, now the recog light can turn on. I have a note. I already turned that on. Anyway, that's at the end of the runway. I think. Yep. Okay. We're set for the moment anyway. Let's hop out. Is it this one? This one. Bring this back to low idle. And hope we don't crash. There we go. That's all set. I guess we're ready to taxi. Taxi lights. I can barely see them, but I see them. Where's the click spot? There it is. Flaps down one. Trim. Whoa. Okay. Oh, geez, Louise. Okay, that's a different kind of thing. Let's just go a little above neutral for now till I figure out what we're gonna do. Okay. Alrighty. Master warning. Battery charge. Okay, because I took too long to get stuff going, probably. Oh, there's no windows to close like in the other one. Let's hop outside to our taxi view. We're just going to release parking brake and taxi to the left here and turn around and use whatever runway this is. Are we going to go? Lots of friction. All right. I love that sound. That's awesome. All right, so here we go. First time ever flying this thing. I've been doing this flight sim for a long time. I just figured why not show the default aircraft some love. That's what we're doing. So we have a very short taxi. I also think it's very amusing that this video, I'm already like 21 minutes into it. But when I record my Minecraft videos from my Minecraft channel, where I get to play with a celebrity Minecrafter, those videos, the entire video, you want to keep between like 22 and 32 minutes. So we are just getting started, barely getting started in this video, but when I have to go into Minecraft mode, I have to think about wrapping up the video right now. It's just hilarious. It's funny. I would make longer Minecraft videos, but no one will watch them. No one watches them right now anyway, at least not yet. Already totally distracted. Flaps are down, trimmer down, cabin. What did I say? We're going to turn off the bar lights now, just in case something happens. Turn that off now in case something happens. Other lights will stay on. Landing lights can come on. Here we go. Now I have a note to keep them with the taxi lights in this aircraft, so that's what we'll do. Nav lights can come on now because we're in the runway. Sharp the clock. I think this has a clock. Is that it? Do we get a second? There we go. Props full forward. They already are in this one. Conditioners high. They already are. Rotate at 90 knots. Climb at 100. We'll do the best we can. We'll see. Release the parking brake. Throw those throttles all the way forward. Auto feather kicked in. Oh, don't even need any rudder. Default aircraft are so easy to fly. There's a little bit of left rudder. And what did I say? 90 knots or something? I can't see my checklist. We're just going to rotate. I think I said 90. There's 95, 100. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear coming up. Flaps coming up. We are all set. We'll do autopilot a little bit later. I'm not in a hurry to get into autopilot, but let's turn to the right already and follow our GPS track. We'll look at it through the corner of our eye there. I must say, flying default aircraft is way easier than payware. You don't really, I don't know, it's just a lot more forgiving. Look at that. We'll just stay right on our GPS track. Just like that. Alright, we will do autopilot in a minute. I just want to hang out a little bit here. So what are we doing? We're at 2,000, I know, or 2,000 feet per minute climb. I know in the 1900 we do 22. I don't know if that's what you should do in this one. I will look that up. We'll say about 2,000 because that's what I have a turn for. Let's look outside a little bit. Have a look at this beautiful thing. Nothing just purrs, doesn't it? Very nice. There's your airport way back there already. Holy cow, that was fast. Looking good, feels good. We're kind of going to the right a little bit. It is hard to fly in sights at the same time. Otherwise, let's see, what are we doing? We are going to fly along and look at these lakes. 3 lakes, they all look very similar. Alright, let's turn back here. About to cross over GPS, and then we'll get autopilot set up. If I can get autopilot set up while we hand fly. Sometimes it's hard to do. That's why I like to set autopilot ahead of time. Alright, I think I got everything redlined too. I'm just going to keep everything redlined, at least for right now. Alrighty, let's see. Autopilot. We're going to do nav, which is on GPS, and we're going to climb. I don't know how we can see our climbing. Alt select. Man, I got to do all this manually. Vertical speed. Climb. I don't know, I'm just going to climb. Okay, very different than the 1900. Let's see. Everything should be set if I just hit autopilot. Okay, it's going to turn us towards the GPS, so I got the nav part right. Looks like we're going to level off. So I got to figure out how this climb thing works. Okay, it's at 1,000. Okay, it's going to climb us more. I'm going to have to make adjustments. Oops, what's my autopilot thing? This one. IAS. I don't want to do IAS. What? I want to do climb, you stinky thing. I guess maybe, okay, maybe in this aircraft, IAS would be the better choice. Right? I mean, often you do use IAS, like in the Twin Otter we use IAS, and the Beaver, which we don't fly anymore, we use IAS. I guess we could do that for this. I mean, you're supposed to climb at 100, and we're climbing at 150, 145. Whatever, first time. Alright, so our climb rate, though, is about 1,600 feet, 1,800 feet per minute. Let's see if we can bump that to 2 grand. Because if we're supposed to be at 100, we can climb way more aggressively, right? Let's hop down here. Let's just go up, up, up. Let's see what that does. Let's bring this down. Just bringing this down to 1,600. We were at 1,800. Why? Let's try that again. Let's just keep hitting up. Up, 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 up. Is that going to move us up? That brought us down more. Okay, whatever. Nose up would slow us down, but now we're speeding up and we're not climbing this high. So what if I hit down a bunch of times? I don't like this. Now it's going way up. Now we're past $2,000. 2,100. We'll just stay right there. Oh, it's coming down to $2,000. Whatever. We're going to enjoy it. There's our first lake. My notes are right. That is Sardis Lake. So anyway, we will sightsee in a moment. We got to keep looking at the checklist. Gear up, flaps up. Yes, props. Oh, here we go. Props set to 2,000 RPMs. I did take notes. Props. Bring this down to 2,000 RPMs. I love that sound. I definitely prefer prop airplanes to jet airplanes. Let's bring back throttles just a little bit so that ITT isn't in the red. Let's just be a little realistic, shall we? Everything else is well in the green. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Auto feather off, it says on here. Really? I guess maybe that's right. I'm not going to touch that. Landing and taxi lights off. That is accurate. No, we're not above 10 grand. We're close, and we're in a smaller plane, so we'll just turn that off and that off. Alright, what else do we need to do? That's it. Descent comes later, and we're too early for descent, of course. Minute and a half to our first little dealio. And then we're going to make some turns. Again, that's so we can see all the lakes. Then we have a sharp left, and that'll bring us right to our airport. So very, very short flight. 160 nautical miles is not that long. Otherwise, I'm keeping an eye on that. I guess we could do calculate top of descent, but first let's see if that lake... Let's look at the lake first, and then we'll do top of descent. Man, that is so quiet. Alright, let's take some screenshots too while we're at it here. And those of you who might know the area, this is what your Sardis Lake looks like. So that's what we'll do. We'll do a little bit of sightseeing, and then we'll jump in and calculate our VNAV. Just going over Sardis Lake now, which is just about to be right below us. It's kind of hard to see from in here, but there it is, I promise. But let's calculate this VNAV here. Let me get ready for our next thing. So, VNAV. I don't have an approach plate or anything, because there's no instrument approach. So it's pretty much just going to be flying to the airport, circling around, whatever. And I don't know our destination altitude because I forgot our elevation. So let's pull this out and see if we can actually see it. We should be able to. I forgot what we're looking for. 06 Mike. It's going to be down through here somewhere. Can I see it? If not, I'll just pick an airport in the area and get that elevation. I know you're around here somewhere. The first airport. Okay, this is a biggie. So there's the next lake. 06 Mike. There you are, way down here. Okay. And you are 450 feet. So that's not a big deal. So let's see. Let's go over at about 800 feet above it. So let's do nope. Let's do 800 feet. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Small wheel. There you are. 800 feet above sea level at the airport. There you go. And 800 feet per minute, because that's just what I always do. And we're going to descend in about 8 minutes or so. That'll come way down though once we level off at 15 grand, which we're not quite even level off yet. So there you go. This is that. And let's keep that up right now. Oh, I could have done VNAV on this one. No, I couldn't have. That one doesn't do VNAV, does look like. Okay. Anyway, there we are. There's our first lake. We just passed over it. Our next lake then should be up here. That would be Enid Lake. Oh, there's an airport down there. Let's hop outside and see if we can see Enid from here off in the distance. I think I see it. Yep, there it is. Right there above the nose. And we're going to turn towards it in a minute. And then our last lake I can already see off on the horizon. So there we go. That is all there is to do until top of descent, which is about 5 or 6 minutes or so. And like I said, that'll go down once we level off anyway. So let's hop back inside. That's not main side key. That's main side key. I'm going to leave you to some sightseeing, and I'll catch you at top of descent. As much fun as it is to look around, we have to start coming down because there's Enid right in front of our engine. Then right behind our windshield wipers, our last lake, which Grenada, Grenada Lake. We're gonna go around that one too. So it's time to start coming down. Kind of weird how you can see all the trees and the lakes, and you look to the right and it's plains. See that solid line going across about the middle of your screen, and then it's just suddenly plains. Interesting texture change. Oh, I descended target happened a while ago. Our VSR is above our profile, so let's start coming down. So first of all, let's set this thing to like, I don't know, 1,000, I guess. Sure, why not? Let's come down here then, and we want to do the new alt select and descend, and let's see what happens. We're climbing. We're climbing. I don't get it. Down, 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 down. Or is that going to make us go up, 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 like it did before? Nope, we're coming down. We're probably going to go way down now that I hit it so many times. Let's see what it settles off at. I'm just curious. I could use IS hold and then use the throttles to control the descent. But we're not going to. We're going to keep pushing that button. Alright, it's coming back up now. Let's keep coming down. We want to sell in by 800 feet per minute. Okay, this is ridiculous. Let's just do IS hold. Bring back throttles. And we use throttles to get us down to 800 feet per minute. Or are we even, what are we at now? Yeah, about 800 feet per minute. Okay, no. It should point us down and speed us back up. There we go. Then we use throttles to control. It's like a big boat. Takes a little bit to respond. Essentially use throttles. You want to settle in at 800 feet per minute. Slow movements on the throttle, or you're just going to go back and forth, and by the time you figure it out, you're going to be done. Now we're going up again. Goodness. Let's get this settled in. Dial it in. Otherwise, one lake, our last lake up there, and we're probably passing over the lake. Yep, I see just off the engine there. But that's not what we're doing. We're here to get us down 800 feet per minute. Where did that go to 9? Nope, still 8 at 857. So we'll keep it there. We'll let that hunt around for a while. Let's get rid of this, and let's just keep an eye on ourselves here. All right. So, approach, descent and approach. Altimeter, that's not going to change. Auto feather arm, I didn't turn that off. Landing lights will come on, and I'll turn them on with the taxi lights. That's what my note says here. Flaps is required too early. Gear down too early. Props full forward, not quite yet. Actually, yes, we can, I think. Because we're coming down, or are we going to red line? Let's keep them back a little bit. Alright, otherwise, we're still trying to dial in 800 feet per minute. Still giving, well, I also move the throttles around, so that's going to change things too. What does our VSR say? 860, whatever. We're probably never going to dial it in by the time we're ready to land. Well, that's it. Flaps down when it's time, gear down when it's time. I don't have any speeds written down though, but that's okay. So, here we have it. I think we're just gonna keep everything the way it is. Now we're at 800 feet per minute. Look, see when it wasn't even trying, it just found itself. So that's what we do in this autopilot. What does these ISS hold? Forget that descent thing. So there's our last lake, Grenada Lake. A little bit more sightseeing, and then we're going to make this sharp left turn in a moment. And once we do, that's direct to airport. No wind, so it doesn't matter what one we land on. We'll just fly over the airport, pick a traffic pattern, and land. So a couple more minutes of sightseeing. I'll catch you in a moment. Alright, we're just about to make our left turn. As soon as we cross over that airport, you see just off the nose, we'll be making a sharp turn to the left. And then once we make a sharp turn to the left, it's all the way to the airport. So let's bring this in, because it is it's quite a ways out there. We don't need to see the whole thing. So we're going to be prepared to make that turn. We'll be making the turn any second, but in case you're wondering, we're in the cabin looking backwards. Any second now we'll see that wing dip down and we'll make a nice sharp turn to the left as we come over Grenada Lake. And it should be right about now, if my calculation is right. There it is. Exactly as planned, right over the lake. How awesome is that? Nice view. And right over the airport as well. And then we are set to go straight to the airport, Europa. But we do have to hop back up front in a moment here and make sure our descent is correct and all that stuff. It's not as easy as letting the airplane land itself. You can see Enid Lake in there too. That's awesome. Alright, let's hop up front and let's manage some stuff while we still look around. I don't see an airport yet, but it's up there. It's 28 miles away. So there it is. 10 minutes it says. So this is actually probably our longest leg. All right, 846 or so, climbing up a little bit. So let's hop over here. Oh, we're still leveling off from when we made our turn. Alrighty, well, keep those props out of the red. Let's see, is this going to stabilize for us yet? Now it's coming back. There we go. Good. So we're just going to keep an eye on that and descend. And as soon as I see that runway, we'll circle around and land. So the runway is in sight. It's not this patch of grass. It's not that patch of grass. It's this patch of grass. In fact, I'll take the binoculars out and you can see it right in the middle. So we might not have to circle around. It's not a model airport. So I think what we might do is you might actually just use our heading bug and move ourselves around. So I think heading is this one. What I wanted to do though, trying to get it to move. There we go. It's moving very slowly. There we go. Heading is this one. That should turn us. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll just line up for the runway itself as it goes out of view, but it's there. There it is. And then we'll just fly straight in instead of having to like do a circuit. So altitude right now is 3 grand. Autopilot and VNAV, we're going to get mad, so we're going to kind of ignore that now. And we're breaking off from IFR, which really wasn't totally IFR. But we would have gotten vectors, or we know the area to set us up for this approach. And then we are just going to simply land ourselves. Completely visual. I want to get a visual of that airport though, because I don't know where it went. Because I don't know the area. There it is. Alrighty, we're going to break free from autopilot. And we're going to fly ourselves, keeping an eye on our descent rate, which was about 1,000 on the VNAV. And we're going to try to land this thing. Shouldn't be too bad. We have no wind, and it's a default aircraft, so it shouldn't be too difficult to land. I believe that's a runway right in front of us. Not too bad because we're in the area. Props forward. Let's start slowing down so we can get gear down. And that'll cause some drag, and then we'll get flaps down. Lights are already on. Passengers are buckled in. Everything else we need is already set, so it's just a matter of landing the aircraft. Where's my preset? There it is. There we go. First set of flaps now. I think there are 2 sets, aren't there? Maybe there are. I don't know. We'll find out. Alright, keeping our speed kind of high. We'll use the numbers for the beach. We'll approach at 110. Final approach at 100. I'm sorry. Approach 110. Try to touch down 104. Actually, no, that's a bigger, heavier aircraft. Let's touch down less than that. Let's approach 110. Final approach at 100. Let's touch down to like 90 or so. Let's level off a little bit though, because we're going to lose the runway behind these trees. Let's do second set of flaps. Kind of early, but let's do it anyway. Give us some more throttle. Have a look here. Another set. No, no more flaps. Okay. Watch where we're going, or we're going to get all thrown off. A little bit more throttle because we want to stay above 100 right now. So pitch down for speed, throttle for descent, but I don't want to descend too much. Alright, let's pitch down and get our speed back up. There we go. Bring back throttles a little bit so we start descending now that we can keep the runway in sight. Make sure I'm looking at the runway, not the taxiway. We are going to clip some trees because they're pretty close to that. I don't want to nosedive or slip at the end. So we're just going to go right through the trees. Alright, our speed is good. Throttle's back to descend even more quickly. Alright, here we go. Not too bad. I have a lot of left yoke in for some reason. But that's okay. Speaking of that, I wanted to get that so you can see that in there, but that's okay. Alrighty. Well, don't know why we're so unstable. There's no wind. If we had wind, I'd be out of control. I feel like we're getting blown to the right. I think I have wind turned off. Maybe I don't. Maybe we do have a little crosswind. It kind of feels like it. That wasn't my intention. Alright, I've slowed down to about 103 now. Why am I going to the right? This is very interesting. Oofda. Anyway, let's slow down now. I feel like we're going kind of fast with this aircraft. I'm really having a heck of a time here. It's acting as though we have a lot of wind. Weird. We're going to hit all these trees because they're in the way. Alright, here we go. This is the speed we want to touch down at though, so let's not go too much slower. Oh, what a small runway. This is the terrible approach. Here we go. Throttle's back to idle. Flare a little bit. Touch down gently. There we go. Nice. We have reversers? We do. I think those are reversers. Yeah, we have reversers, don't we? Yeah, we have reversers. Reversers and brakes. Whoa, let's look where we're going. Props coming in. Okay, that's not... I really got to get like track IR or something because that was... I can't look around when I'm trying to land. I don't have any... There we go. There we go. Awesome. Nice and smooth. Slam the nose wheel down though, because reversers. I didn't know if we had reversers or not, but obviously we did. Let's stop right here a second, because I got some lighting to take care of. Okay. Now, can I look down? Yes. 34-minute flight time. Re-rolling? No. What do we got? After landing. Stop the clock. Yes. Landing lights off, but keep the taxi lights on. All of our cabin and bar and all that can come on now. There we go. And I don't think people really need any lights in there, but where's the click spot? Boy, that's hard to find. There we go. All right, auto feather can come off, it says. Where are you? You're behind my yoke. Turn off auto feather. There we go. All right, let's taxi. Flaps already come in, right? Yes, let's do our taxi view. We don't really have anywhere to go because it's not a model airport, so let's just go this way. All right, touchdown itself was good until I slammed the nose wheel down. That was because I engaged reversers. I'm like, do we have reversers? And I engaged them, and we do, because I slammed the nose wheel right into the ground. And then I looked down and lost it from there. But anyway, touchdown was nice and smooth. Our approach was terrible. I don't know what was going on there. With both sets of flaps on, it was really hard to control. All right, let's just stop right here, if it will, and it should. And let's set the parking brake, hop back inside. What do we need to do? I have to hook up external power and everything else off. We don't want to quite do that yet. We want to turn off our props, or bring props back, and bring our engines back so we don't chop people's heads off. Then we can hook up external power. Lights are already the way we need them to be. Let's get this door open, and we can start turning everything else off here. Basically, just turn stuff off. That's how I shut these things down. We have external power. We can do batteries in a moment. Let's get this stuff turned off though first. That's off. Get that open. And that could have come off sooner. As could have the taxi lights. Oh, I missed one, I guess. This, that, the other thing can all come off. We're not going to restart. We'll keep the tail flood on so we can see who we are. Now we turn the battery off. What else can we flip off? Anything that flips. Flip it, flip, flippy. There we go. We can even go over here. We can just start flipping this stuff around. Flippy, flippy. Yeah, I got battery, so we'll keep that on. Good. Yoke back in. Let's hop outside through the back door. There we go. Hope you enjoyed it. Welcome to Mississippi from Mississippi, Leg 25. Halfway through the 50-state series, where we fly every state in the United States, taking off and landing in the same state. Next up, we have Missouri. And then we'll take a break and go to Europe for a flight or two, and then back to 50 states. So Mississippi today, next flight will be Missouri, then we'll do something else, and we will also include some more default aircraft and some of this too, by the way. I want to start looking at that stuff because it's fun. It's fun. They're easier to fly than payware, it seems like. I don't know why, they just are. But it's fun. I'm just looking around at the jungle. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's kind of swampland. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the flight. If you found me by accident, please like, please subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for continuing support. That's all I got to say. Catch you on the next one.